Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Tacky Tuesday, episode number 225, March 17th, 2026. And it's day number 337 wearing the incredible X39. It's right there. And I'm also wearing the X49 today, which is located right here. So you can see. So I'm just going to slide that underneath the wristband that I have. And it's a good day because consistency is boring. Why? Because it doesn't have a lot of the flair and fireworks and excitement. But let me tell you, consistency will deliver results. And if you're looking for results, start following. Because I'm showing you the results that I am earning with the efforts that I put in. Each and every live stream that I share with you for free. For free. I only ask is that you power your workouts with the best. Right there. Reason being, because I'm wearing it. And I also consume the best, in my opinion. It's been 5 years now. Well, this year will be 5 years that I started with this. And why do I say, or why do I think it's the best? Because my heart rate does not lie. And there is absolutely nobody that can take that away from me. Nobody. Yesterday, what did I hit? Let's have a look. So here, as you see, I'm screencasting. Oh, don't want to do that. Yesterday's warm-up session. I hit a maximum heart rate of, so here's the date stamp, just so you know. I'm not wearing green today. I should be pinched. Somebody should be pinching me. Because it's March 17th. So, yesterday, March 16th, 2026. The time was 1:31 Mountain Standard Time when I started this timer. Okay? I hit a maximum heart rate of 208. Right there, you see. I was in the heart rate zone from 207 to 218 for 13 seconds. And in this heart rate zone of 185 to 206 for 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So for all those people out there say, holy macaroni, that's high. He should be flatlined, lying on the concrete behind me. As you see right here, the concrete. But I go to bed, I wake up, and I'm ready to do it again. See? Let's have a look here. When I say I'm as real as a heart attack, I'm as boring as it is. But there's nothing better than being able to get out of bed in the morning and just be full of zest, full of life, full of bioenergy. How do you unlock it? It requires consistency. Can it fit into your lifestyle? Sure it can. What's the first thing you should do if you ask? Well, right here. You see that QR code right there? It'll take you to this. Or the link in the description will take you to the discounted bundle if you wanted to increase the AHK peptide, which is this guy. The GHK is this one. They do different functions in the body. And all you need to activate them is this, but you also need to provide the fuel. That's important. That fuel is and always will be the amino acids by way of proteins that you eat. And then fill the gaps with what has the strongest effect on brainwave frequency, which is water. So it should be the cleanest and most absorbable version that you can get. Now, whether that is drinking deuterium-free water with a molecular or hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees, you can get, I can ship you this water if you want and put 8 milliliters of it into 1 liter. So that's 1 liter is 32 ounces. So you just kind of do the math. So how much is 8 milliliters for 32 ounces? Do the math. Do the conversion. And you'll figure it out. And when you apply the 8 milliliters, so that's about 20 drops worth, I think, it changes the hydrogen bond angle of the water to match and mirror what this is. Some people say, oh, it's nonsense. It ain't nonsense when you can see it underneath the microscope. It ain't nonsense. And I have a lot of respect for the man behind the invention, because it's no fluke that I keep hitting these high heart rates, as you see on the screen. Yesterday was another strong day. Am I gasping for air when you see me in the moment? No. Why? It's because my VO2 is strong and my heart really pumping and circulating the blood inside my body. Because if I was under duress or some kind of dizziness, I would be lying flat on the ground, on the concrete behind me. But it doesn't happen. It hasn't happened. And will it happen? It keeps, every week I'm hitting over 200. Every week. It's the norm. It's normal for me. Why is that? At 49 years old, do I look 49? No. Why? Well, the GHK has something to do with that, because it helps to strengthen several thousand DNA genes inside the body. It has very strong therapeutic effects. And how does it work? It's a process called photobiomodulation. Essentially reflecting the light that your body creates and emits. You can't see it with your eyes, but infrared military scopes can. So when you reflect certain wavelengths back into your body, it triggers that spark and does magical things. It doesn't get any simpler than that. It's basically very uncomplicated. But if you like simplicity and you like results, I don't think there's much better than that. And you can take it anywhere with you. Around the world, nobody's going to stop you. You can use it to help increase your energy, improve your mental focus and clarity, which I'll show you. Okay, we'll go here. I'll just delete this image. I don't need to save this. Today on LinkedIn, two days in a row here, I post where I scored 9 seconds on this puzzle game that I've been playing. 9 seconds. That's 2 days in a row. So I think, wow, okay, this is my mental clarity and focus is good today. 2 days. It was good yesterday and it's good again today. Why is that? Am I reaping some benefits? Of course I am. And I'm not afraid to share them. Because it's good to celebrate progress, is it not? Much like how I talked about yesterday, the progress that I almost got on Saturday. This close. At an increased difficulty. Am I excited for this coming week? Of course I am, because I want to reach this goal that I set for myself, and I would hope that it doesn't take me 12 weeks to do it like I did last time. When I say last time, the last goal that I set for myself. Because things really started to change when I implemented the use of, you got it, the X49. Because it activates that AHK peptide inside the body. And it as well needs the amino acids. And for me, I've been eating complete amino acid profiles for years. Long time. And that's one thing I don't like to sacrifice on. But if you are not consistent with eating the right proportions of amino acids, even if it's like, I'm not eating, 160 grams a day. No, I can't afford it. But if you make sure that you are providing your body with the amino acids, and if it's efficient at utilizing them when you include the glue, and then also the activator, then you are increasing your body's efficiency itself naturally, not utilizing anything. So can you reap the benefits, as I'll show you on the screen here? Oh, there's Phil. Hi, Phil, if you're watching. The benefits. You want to improve your mental clarity? Experience rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation? How about improved skin appearance? I know there's a lot of women out there that are always looking to keep their skin complexion well. What about experience enhanced sports performance? Well, you know me, I like performance. How about increased energy and vitality? Yeah, that too. How about faster recovery from exercise? I like that too. Because it's important. Am I sore today in the lats here that I did? So here I'm wearing a compression shirt. I haven't worn this yet. I've had it for years. And compression shirts are designed to restrict the amount of blood flow to the muscle groups that you're training. So today is going to be push exercises. So I'm going to do the chest and the triceps. But before I get there, I'm going to do the 9-minute warm-up as I normally do. So today's sequence is going to be a combination of different exercises, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to expand on what I did last week. You can see, oops, here. There's a clue. So I've got a band attached to that post. That's kind of in behind Last week I did it from the ceiling, the exercises. So today I'm going to modify that a little bit just to get a little different angles and whatnot, and just to try a few different things. So I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have posts like I do, and yeah, I get that. So you can still do the things that I'm doing with some modifications, and if that's something that you're interested in knowing how to do, then I can help you with that. Or there's lots of resources you can research, if you wanted to use straight bands. But the tools that I like to use for training, one of them is a vibration plate, and I really like it, largely because of the amount of active muscle activation it creates when you apply tension. And I like to apply fairly strong amounts of tension and force the muscle to feel something. And that way, when I wake up the next morning, then I can tell I did some proper training to the muscle, because you want to create hypertrophy and get it to recover. But also, when you have the tools in your toolbox, does it expedite that recovery? And the answer is yes, it does, because I don't have days where I'm sore for 2 days. Can't walk, can't sit on the toilet, can't do all kinds of things. You're crippled. Can't say do things with the kids. Lift them up or whatever. There's all kinds of reasons where if you're feeling discomfort, you don't want it to debilitate yourself, that you can't function the next day. Nothing worse is you go to do a leg day workout and you can't even walk up and down the stairs the next day at work or whatever, stuff like that. People want to be able to reap some benefits, but also be able to still live life. So am I trying to teach you these things? Yes, because I think you want to have a healthy balance where you want to be able to change your body if that's your goal long term. Then train the right amount of weight, just good, so you hit failure, you force a change and force your body to respond, and you do this gradually, and then it becomes sustainable. And when it's sustainable, then it becomes consistent. And when you're consistent, then you have results. And everything adds up. It's all boring stuff, but if you want to change your health for the long term, you got to try. You got to stick with something. So I'm trying to keep that easy for you, but fun and challenging at the same time. And you get to see my trials and tribulations along the way as well. So, without further ado, let's get on with the 9-minute warm-up. And if you listen quite closely, you can hear the water dropping, and I am making more water. Let's have a look at the temperature today. I'm kind of curious. You can see the red circle there. So temperature today is 16.7 degrees centigrade Celsius and 61.8 Fahrenheit. So it's slightly warmer today, largely because obviously the window there affects the temperature of the wall. I'm just going to look to see concrete here. Yeah, the concrete is colder at 59.9 degrees Fahrenheit and 15.5 degrees Celsius. So slightly more. And then lastly but not least, I'm just going to look at the barometric pressure today. So I'm just going to bring that up on screen here so you can see what I see. And it is low, actually. So see what happens today with the with how things go with my workout, heart rate. That's because I've been monitoring that for the last little while, to kind of see if my body's responding to the barometric pressure, because a lot of people have, in my area, they suffer from migraine, and if they have migraines, then they don't have enough water, and if you don't have enough water in here, then the pressure is not, your body's not able to adapt. So I'm not feeling any pressure change. So even though it was higher yesterday or over this weekend, it was high, now it just dropped right down within 2 days. And for a lot of people it bothers them, but it doesn't bother me, right? So something to be said about that. So let's begin today's workout. I've got the heart rate monitor underneath here, so you'll see when I turn the light on. See if you can see the light. Yeah, I can see it. Just barely. You can see it. There it is. So, gonna turn on the metronome. Pace is gonna be, that's good. I'll set it at 145 again today. I don't know, I liked that pace. It feels pretty good, I guess. And let's begin. Timer. 9 minutes. Let's go. My shorts are tied. Trying the double under crisscross. Again. Oh my goodness. All right. So you can see my heart rate, how it's recovered quite nicely. 2 minutes is a strong indication of how good my oxygen levels are, especially, or my VO2 levels are, because it's the body's ability to deliver the the oxygen to the rest of the body. And my body's ability to do it very fast in 30 seconds is very strong. So, you know, all right, so first exercise for today is going to be the dead bar hang. So I'm going to take this guy off here, and if I'm going to be swaying back and forth, that's okay. I'm going to just remove my ring here momentarily, so that way it doesn't pinch my skin when I'm doing the hang. Alright, so hand. Alright. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I'm slipping, 15, that's it. So a minute. The blood circulation stops at the forearms for me, so it affects my grip. So, and obviously the rest of my body is still calling for blood, so it affects how my grip is. Alright, so the first exercise is going to be working the lower chest. So that's where I'm going to take the vibration plate here and figure out where the central point is. So yeah, it's about here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is combine it like that. I want to go over. Just want to go backwards a little bit. So it's a little bit higher, but over enough, high enough over my shoulders. Okay. There we go. So by having So I'm kind of crossing my fists in front. You want to be kind of more upwards. Working explosive. All right. Okay, so that was the lower chest. I can certainly feel it. Now I'm gonna switch this to slide this down as much as I can. Okay, this works. So that way, now it's kind of just above knee height. I'm gonna figure out where this should go. Somewhere about here. So the idea is to now up. Okay. Go like that. So just need to come up a little bit. A little further. Yeah, just like that. Alright. So, attaching the side ones, so that way I get the full range of motion. And now it's going to be up and over. Alright, so here we are. You go one. So this involves a little bit of the deltoid, the front delt. Okay, explosives now. Wow. Certainly, this one's a weak point for me in comparison to the lower. Maybe I'll just go back a little bit. Oh my. Oh. Wow, my reps are getting sloppy. Nope. Wow. I don't have many reps. Nope. Well, I think I'm gonna throw that one tomorrow. It's good. Okay. Next up is medial chest. One thing I'm going to do is slide this back up. Oh, come on. This, there we go. It's just loosen where I can do it. So, and you'll see why I'm going to do the next exercise after, or maybe I'll do it now. What the heck. I marked it number 4, but I'm going to do it now just because of the change. I don't want to change back to this. So I call this smashing elbows, and the reason being is because you take the elbows like this and the weight behind and smash them like this. So this gets a little bit of the upper chest. Probably could have done this the first for exercise number 2, but some say that this is good for the lower as well, the lower chest. So one thing I'm doing is squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings and the quads and the core. All right, felt good. Next up is I'm going to switch to the medial chest fibers. So that's where I'm going to change the angle of this band to the bottom here. I'm going to slide the other side down. That way it's here, kind of the same height. And then last week I think I used 30 pounds. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to use green. So the green weight, so that's 30 pounds of the power blocks, plus addition to the... All right, so just realize I'm going to do this. Wow. Oh. Oh. It's a lot of reps. I don't know how many I did, but I can certainly feel it. Wow. I don't know how much time. Wow. certainly put in the effort for that one. All right, so next up is I'm going to do tricep extensions, and today I'm going to try something slightly different, and I need to take this band off here and the anchor. In addition to this one here. So this is going to be a little intermission, so to speak. Oh, come on. There we go. There's one. Oh, did both sides. Now, yeah, okay, what am I going to do here? Trying to decide. I think somewhere about here. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong idea. Where did it go? Just going to see where this one's going to be positioned, or where it kind of approximately needs to be positioned. Oh, okay. So line it up approximately the blue line on the floor. Okay, somewhere around here. Should have some more of these anchors, but okay. So by doing this here, basically what I want to target is the when the elbow is, or the tricep is somewhere there, I think. So basically I'm going to stand like this and then pull. So I'm going to have green bands, I think, here. So I'm facing towards the wall. So the band's going to pull this way on the green. So actually, I don't want this green band to influence the red one a little bit, so I'm going to just put this in a higher anchor spot here, like this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now there's not much slack. Now it's kind of even between the two. So basically what's going to happen is you have kind of a dynamic. So here there's tension both ways, but they are not influencing each other that much. So I think this is going to be somewhere like this. There we go. That's what I want. So by having tension, there's tension here, right at the start. So I basically flex the bicep. At the very top. Oh wow. I can really feel the tricep. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Now switching to this angle. So I'm going to move this back here a little bit. And have now, so I've got tension here at the fully stretched. Tricep is fully stretched. So let's begin. explode out. Difficult. So you can change the tension. But then the tricep is not extended fully. I want it there. Oh, wow. Oh my. The burn is really strong. One more rep. Okay. All right. So, I don't know if you can see the pump in the triceps, but I can feel it. It's really, really strong. Especially right here and all the way through. Here, I feel it right here, especially from the last exercise, so feels very good. So, last but not least, let's do the date stamp. So today's date, March 17th, 2026. Starting time at 12:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate I hit today was 203. So I didn't get into this zone, 207. So I was here in this hard zone for 185 to 206 for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And then obviously you can see the heart rate there. So what you see is what's really happening to yours truly here. So like I said at the beginning of today's episode, consistency is boring. But if you want to experience the results and to see the results, you got to be consistent with something. And if this is boring, or this is boring, so be it. Power your body with the best. Click on the link in the description. It'll take you to the bundled, the link in the description will take you to the bundled price. Bundled discounted price of this. And experience the benefits as you see on the screen. What can I say? I'm trying to show you each and every day. Oh, there's Phil again. Hi, Phil. So, join me with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Show your support. I don't think you'll regret it. I certainly am not. So, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. It'll be leg day. Wacky Wednesday. Bye.